Today I am going to review my Chanel wallet on chain. I actually bought this, let's see, probably back in April, and I know I've done a couple of other handbag videos, but I've been holding off on doing essentially like a review of this just because I wanted to continuously like wear it and see my thoughts on it. So anyways, this is what it looks like. This is the dust bag. As you can see, it's a black on black. So you just flip open the top and here it is. I don't know if I'll put it in the thumbnail, but yes, this is my wallet on chain. Although I think it doesn't even look necessarily like a wallet on chain. It kind of looks like a regular handbag because of the, handle. Yes, so this is what it looks like. This is the back, and it's quite slim. So this gives essentially like the wallet on chain kind of look on the sides. And yeah, so this is the size of it. It's kind of tiny and small, which I actually really like because I am not too like big of a person. I'm like kind of, I would say, like petite. So I think this is a perfect size for me. I can just carry it on the handle, on the top handle, or it also has a crossbody chain as well. So it has the classic like black and gold crossbody chain. I've had this since April. So how many months is that? April, did I get it at the beginning or middle of April? I don't know, just a couple of months now, and I have some thoughts. So I decided to essentially do like a pros and cons of this bag. So some of the cons, right away, we're gonna jump right into it. It is probably the reason why it's taken me this long to review it is because I haven't actually worn this too much. And there are a multitude of reasons why I haven't worn it too much. The first one is probably that I think is the main one, which is that it is maybe a little bit too formal. I think with like the silhouette of it and the top handle, it seems a little bit more formal, and I feel like I almost have to wear this for special occasions. So I've worn it out casually like a couple of times and I feel maybe overdressed. The other time I wore it was to a wedding, and that one was actually like the perfect occasion. But for day-to-day use, I feel like this is a little bit too fancy. I feel like maybe if they didn't have that top handle, you can kind of see how that makes the wallet on chain feel a little bit more casual. But because it has that top handle, I don't know, it gives it a little bit like a more formal touch. That's the main reason. It's because I haven't actually worn it too often. That's why I've been kind of using a couple of other bags because I feel like they're more like casual. The other thing is that this bag, it's very delicate. It feels very delicate. It is like a lambskin, so I do fear sometimes that like my nails will scratch it, although I don't have any scratches on it so far, but it does feel a little bit more delicate than say like a couple of my other bags that I have in my closet. Now, another thing that I think might be a drawback is the chain. So the chain is a classic, Chanel chain, but I would really like it if it was adjustable. Unfortunately, it's not. And yeah, I mean, it's not a huge con, but it is something that like my ideal handbag, it would be an adjustable chain. The lady at the counter, she did say that there is something I could do if I wanted it to make it like a shoulder bag, for example, and that is to cross the chains across. So you just open the flap and you take one side and you basically wrap it around to the other side, and then you take the other strap and then wrap it around. So it has like this double layer kind of stuff inside, and technically it does work. Technically it does like, function as a shoulder bag now, but the only thing is that I don't know if I would recommend it, mostly because you are probably going to get some wear on the corners if you do that, because this chain and the leather are causing friction and are probably going to rub away on the leather. So it is functional that way, but I don't know, I haven't worn it like that ever yet. So yeah, I would be a little bit nervous about that. Perhaps, I don't know if there's any like contraption or something that you could get for the rubbing or whatnot, but maybe I'll look into something, see if I can buy something that, will fit right here and will stop the chain rubbing on top of the leather. So yeah, but I do like this though. If they had something like this, that would be awesome because it would work really nicely, like a shoulder bag. But yeah, this chain is attached kind of on both ends of the handle. So when I store it, I kind of lay the chain on top of the bag. And I know, like, after I bought this bag, I started Google searching like all the different information about Chanel bags and how to keep it. And I hope, I mean, it hasn't done it yet, but I hope through time it doesn't leave like a dent mark in the top of this. And especially when I went to a wedding and I did store the crossbody chain inside, that I hope the weight of the chain didn't create like creases on top of the bag. Okay, so the last one, there's only 3 cons that I have. The last one is similar in the creasing. So when I open the bag, so I'm gonna move the straps to the back. I'm gonna open the bag, and yeah, like I said, I was Googling like a bunch of different information about taking care of your Chanel bag. When I open it, there becomes like a lot of creases right here. Is it? Yeah, there's quite a lot of creases on both sides, and I kind of fear that continuous use, these creases might become permanent. I've tried to, you know, not open it that much. Like when I use it day to day, I try to open it like as most, like maybe a little bit more than 90 degrees. But I mean, there's really nothing you can do about it. Handbags, at the end of the day, if you buy them, you should probably, unless I guess you use them for like investment purposes, but handbags, I feel like if you buy them, you should wear them, and it doesn't really matter if all the wears and tears that they get. At the end of the day, you spend this much money, you should be getting your use out of it, not really just to sit somewhere on your closet. So yeah, those are actually all the cons. So there's only like 3, I would say. The rest of them are pros, which is a good thing, I guess, because I spent quite a lot of money on this. Even though it is a wallet on chain, it was quite a lot of money. Now, the good thing is that this actually did not come up to be the price of like a classic Chanel handbag, mostly because it is considered a wallet on chain, even though it does look like a handbag. It used the wallet on chain pricing, so I think it was sub like $5,000. I think a lot of their handbags currently like probably start at like 5,000 and go up. But I was really happy with this because it was cheaper, I guess, ish. Relatively cheaper. I won't say parting with $5,000 is cheap. Now we get into the pros. The first pro of this is the shape, the design of it. I saw it and I immediately like fell in love with the shape of it. It has such a beautiful silhouette. It has all the classic details of a, you know, classic handbag, classic Chanel handbag. Like it has the 2 CCs, it has the quilting, the black, the lambskin, it has the turn lock that you open. It also has the back pocket here, which I have never used because I don't want to, you know, deform the pocket, but it has the classic pocket there at the back. It has the classic chain. So all these signs are like great for my very first Chanel handbag. I also don't know if I said it or not, but this is my first Chanel handbag. I love the like resin handle as well. It is basically a chain inserted into a resin. So it is like, you know, stable. It's not like a floppy chain, so I don't have to worry about, you know, the weight of the chain creating creasing on, you know, the leather. The other thing is that it's great because maybe lotion that you have, maybe even hand sanitizer, if you use that, it's not really going to damage the bag because you're holding on to like the resin handle. Because if this was like a leather handle, like that handle would probably be, you know, pretty destroyed or pretty worn. With this resin, it's super easy because all you can do is just like get a paper towel, get, I don't know, like a little cloth and just wipe it off, and it doesn't actually destroy the bag or anything. The other thing that I like about it is the size. Like I said, I am kind of on the petite side, so this size is perfect for me. The size is good. I do like it. I will say it doesn't have space for all my necessities, but it still works. I have both asthma as well as allergies, like in like a severe food allergy. So I carry both my EpiPen and my inhaler around, and those ones are kind of big. So they take up like quite a lot of space in my bag. And then if you have like your phone, your keys, your wallet, it takes up some space. But it is pretty slim, which I do like because it's kind of more flush to the body. I've realized as I've looked more into other handbags, I really dislike when the handbag is too like too thick, just because it kind of feels like it, I don't know, is away from your body, and I don't like that. I like it to be a little bit more closer to my body. I think I can fit actually like my EpiPen and my inhaler in. I just probably can't keep like my phone as well inside, but that doesn't bother me because nowadays I think so many people just have their phone on hand. You don't really put your phone inside the bag anymore, because you know, you're always texting, you're always looking up information or whatnot. It is a wallet on chain, so it does have like a bunch of compartments. I actually don't use any of the card slots, but I do like the look of all the card slot like fillers, so I just keep those in there. I just literally put my card holder inside the bag. Even though it has like the wallet capabilities, I don't really use it for that. So it has a bunch of pockets. It has a pocket back here, it has a zipper pocket, and then it has a pocket in front of the zipper pocket. So when you look at the zipper pocket, it has one at the back and the front. And then also it has this zipper pocket here. The last pro, I would consider a pro, is what I've kind of already mentioned, is the attention to detail. So I love every single little thing that they put on here. I really like how the CCs are proportional also to the bag. If these CCs were any bigger, I don't think I would like it. I do like how the CCs are very like tiny on this, and I am personally somebody that likes more minimalistic logoing. Even though a CC, people will definitely see it and know what it is, but I do like the fact that it is kind of on the smaller side. The other thing is that there's so many little like attention to details. Like I said, it has Chanel here, it has Chanel on the label. There's so many little like snippets of Chanel posted around. Even the little zippers all have like a CC on them. Like on the zipper, like the zipper stopper right here, this has a CC on it. It is so teeny tiny and very cute. And yeah, I mean, everything in here is just very, very well done. The attention to detail is very nice in this, which I would expect for being, you know, $5,000. This bag, at the time I bought it, so that's a spoiler, but at the time I bought it, it was the most expensive bag that I've ever purchased. Overall, I just really like this bag. The only thing, the biggest con is probably just that I feel like I don't have the occasion to wear this that often. Of course, I could probably use it as a casual everyday bag, but I don't know, it definitely seems like a little bit out of place if I wear it for everyday casual. Maybe if my outfit that day is maybe something a little bit more formal or whatnot, but you know, this is definitely though a bag that I will have in my wardrobe probably for a really long time, if not forever. Yeah, overall, I really like this. I would highly recommend if you are looking to, you know, maybe get your first Chanel handbag, maybe if you want to look into wallet on chains, because you can get something similar to this. Of course, Chanel constantly changes their stuff, so I don't know if this is still available. I will say that the store experience, at least when I bought this one, it was not great, because I felt like the lady, you know, it's that typical thing of walking into a designer store and like the lady kind of getting a little bit uppity and a little bit like judgmental about like, oh, you can't afford this. I feel like I probably shouldn't have given her my sale because she was not that very nice to me. She definitely had the air of like, you can't afford this kind of deal. And yeah, so moral of the story, just don't treat people like they don't have money, because you never know what people have. But anyways, this is the Chanel handbag. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was somewhat informative. And if you have any other questions about this bag or anything about my Chanel experience, although I'm not super educated on it because I haven't bought that much items from Chanel, if you want to leave a comment, I hope that I could be of help. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in another one, and yeah, bye. I actually don't have an insert for this. I know a lot of people for their like designer handbags, they buy like little pillows or shapers on the inside. I don't have one for this. I don't know if that's necessarily something that I need or something that I should have, because you know, maybe I should, but I feel like, am I just wasting money? Because it kind of feels already pretty structured. Like, will it collapse on itself? If I don't put a shaper in, I'm not really sure, but yeah, I mean, this was already $5,000. Do I really want to spend more money for the bag?